Go. Hello and welcome back to Tactical Chilli Wargaming. My name is Patricio, and with me, as always, Charlie. How are you, Charlie, today?
Hi everyone. Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, man. A little bit tired. Long weekend, lot of games. 6 rounds, I think, is the first time that I play 6 rounds. And
Yeah,
yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it.
yeah. It's funny. We were really excited. We wanted to do the post NZTC um, sort of the session basically. What was it? We talked every day, going, "Oh, let's do it tonight. Let's
Yeah,
do it tonight." And every night by about 7 o'clock, just going, "Oh, I can't do it. Too tired."
yeah.
Reschedule.
Yeah. Feeling the age, to be honest. And but it was really good, really intense, really interesting. A lot of people.
Yeah.
At least for me, I play a lot of people that I had never played teams, especially,
Yes.
and
That.
that was the interesting part, I guess.
Yes, very much so. I think we played a couple of teams we hadn't played before as well,
Yeah,
and I definitely played some new opponents, which was really cool.
yeah. We I think the expectations of this was 100% met. That was a terrific event. Really enjoy the overall all the people in there, but also the team was really good. The way that we managed to sort out our challenges, let's say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. Well, I'm happy.
Because this would have been the largest or one of the largest teams events we've had in New Zealand in recent
Yes,
years, I'd say. 85 people, I think.
85 was
Yeah.
yeah, because
17
17
teams,
teams.
yeah.
Yeah. We could they couldn't get up to the 18, which is a shame that there was not even numbers. I know that the lads try very hard to get that extra team, um, but since we did not have even numbers, we couldn't have the pods that are very
Mm.
handy, especially when you can plan the whole first day of pairings and not to go pretty much blind and hope that the teams that you play are the ones that you actually put some more extra effort on on the pairing metrics. Uh,
You're assuming we actually did prep
we did beers at your
for
place.
round one. We did because we knew who we were playing round one. Um,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. But yeah, Ryan did more work than us, to be honest. So thank you, Ryan, again. He actually stepped up and helped us because we both were a little bit fucked. You were with work, I was with the family still, parental leave and all of that. It's difficult. But yeah, overall happy, really happy, man.
yeah. How did you feel about Chili Cows as the first outing as a team?
Ooh, very that was really cool. We well we had the first, I guess, um, roster of our team that was Josh, um, um, Ryan, John T, you, Charlie, and myself. Josh needed to drop because of some family issues, and then Ashley from Hamilton step up for us, which was really helpful for the team. But it was a
Mm.
little bit for us last minute. Ryan jumping to the Votan. He was already preparing something different. So overall, with all those changes, we did quite well. We came out what, fourth? We
Yes,
were
jumped into the
second lot.
results. Jump into the results.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. But we were doing well. We were at the top 4 or 5 spots during the whole tournament.
Yes.
Um, so yes, that we achieved the goal that was go in there, compete, do the best, try to, of course, beat all the opponents that we had. Some errors on the calculations and the math uh, didn't went to the in the way that we thought. But a part of that, I think overall very strong team, and yeah, very looking forward to the next one. To be honest,
Absolutely.
um, do
Absolutely.
you want to
Um,
jump to some
I think
flavor?
let's talk through some of our rounds, shall we?
Let's talk about something else first.
Oh,
Yes, we are going to talk about the predictions.
it's a teams event, man. Why do you start with individual results?
Oh, sorry, that's the individuals. Oh, sorry, that's so good. There is
Oh, good. Oh, good.
errors,
Okay.
errors, man. So the
Oh, do you want to follow the last episode about our predictions?
I think we should start there because people
All right.
um were like why Charlie and
Yeah.
Patricio are saying this. I think the team could do different, but I think we got it.
You
So
want to go to pairings?
yes,
We can
sorry.
just round one. Yeah, just round one's fine.
Let's go round one. So
Yes.
in the first one we had Mighty Cox and the four Fubs and a Cog. We was no discussion here. Mighty Cox was going to win this. I think was worse than we expected.
I was gonna say Matt Strange and Ben Clark doing a draw. Good on you, Matt.
Good of Matt, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I heard from someone that Matt was actually winning, but yeah, Ben managed to pull out a draw at the end. So that was actually looking
Nice,
very favourable for Matt. Yeah, it's
excellent.
really cool. I know Matt hasn't played Chaos Knights for very long. I think
Okay.
maybe a couple of events. Yeah, because he I think at Warpaws he played Necrons.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
he was
right.
playing Canoptek too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
So here we had the first one. You were right, Charlie. You got on the point. The next one was Plastic People Gang and Hatred. This is the team from Christchurch
Yes.
against the ACG team. We predicted both Plastic Gang. They were the champions of the last event, so we were expecting them
Yep,
to
very strong list, very strong team lineup in terms of factions.
yes,
I know we when we played them, we struggled with the Matrix a little bit.
yes, yes, we did.
Yeah. So
That was on the
I mean,
prediction.
if you sorry, go back
Yeah.
out. It's not a blowout.
No, no.
So 65-35. It's yeah. So Haterade scoring some decent points there as well. Phil taking the win off Alex Taus. Awesome.
Yes.
And Orion, I know we mentioned in the last episode that Orion plays on the TTS, New Zealand TTS League, and has played with John T, one of our team members. So yeah, it looks like Orion brought a
Yeah.
very strong Orcs list. I don't remember if he's Bully Boys or Green Tide though, but it
Ah.
looks like both Orcs scored very well in
Oh,
this round.
you want to see?
Yep, can bring it up, have a look.
Oh, cool. And I'll check.
Warhorde, very interesting.
Yes,
I guess
Warhorde.
with Green Tide copying a lot of the nerfs and with Mega Knobs going up in points and losing the four I feel no pain, Warhorde has gone back to the index
Yep.
detachment.
It got seven characters there. There's Naga Boys, Flash Kids, Gretchins, of course, to hold the bag. Mega Knobs, small unit, Knobs.
Some
Um,
Death Copters as well. Very interesting.
yeah. And I guess this one is for some points and actions, I guess.
100 points is quite yeah. Normally you'd use Storm Boys for
Yeah,
Action Monkey.
probably.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Would have loved to play it to see how it operated. The 10 knob unit with a war boss hits very hard in Warhost because then I think Warhost is
Oh,
sustained one on in combat. So yeah, that unit would hit like a truck.
interesting. See?
Yeah.
No,
No,
w-
we predicted this one
yep,
accurately,
yep.
I guess.
Yep. Then we have SEAL Team 6 and Veteran of the Long Black. This is another prediction that went to according to the plan. Veteran of the Long Black, um, they are a strong team. Uh, and you can see the scores here. This was
Yep.
whew,
Yeah.
hard.
I've played both Matt and Michael before, and they're very, very good players. I think both of them played in the Australia New Zealand Team Championships this year as well as part of the New Zealand South team. So very experienced team players.
Yeah, now you can see it. No, it's big. We
Yeah,
played SEAL Team 6.
we
Uh,
did. Yes, in one of the later rounds, and
yes,
lovely, lovely bunch
yeah,
of
I
lads.
went against the Blood Angels list. Um, I managed to bring points, which I'm very happy. But yes, there's lovely people. They travel from where they from Palmerston North?
They were Palmerston North, I
Yeah,
believe. Yes,
most of
Palmerston
the
North.
lads. Yeah, Palmerston or Wellington. There's a mix there. Urban Calamity and Roosters. Roosters. Sorry, it's not roster. Roosters. Roosters. Really strong start for Roosters. Um, They did what they we predicted. They are going to win the round. They had a lot of experienced players. Stefan, the Tyranids, he's faction specialist there, doing for a long time already. Luke with the Orcs, some surprises there, and he took some points where we were not expecting. We will talk about that later.
Yeah,
Um, Chris with the Blood Angels, Ronnie with the Chaos Knight, and Cocksucker.
and the name we. Oh, I was gonna say the name we can't say on radio, but
Oh,
this isn't radio.
okay. Yes. Um, no, that is
What's his name again?
I just cannot world
Yeah.
cocksucker. Oh,
Thank their coach plus girlfriend for that. That's
yes.
James Waddle.
James Wardle was the hack um, his account, and his girlfriend put this lovely new name.
Yeah.
Love it, man. So yes, this is a very yeah was a really strong team. Very surprised of the how they did. We will talk about that, but yeah, very strong. Um, oh, Planeteers Chilli Cow Cartel. This was our first matchup. We also predict this is going to be a tie and was a tie. Um,
Hey, we took the upper end of the tie, so I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
we
It's good
got the
effort.
win. So
Yeah.
technically speaking.
Yeah.
This was really interesting because there is a couple of errors from both sides on the pairings.
Yes.
The first one was we put John T up as a first drop, and John T. I think they dropped Thousand Sons, and what was the other one? Uh, was
Um,
Thousand Son and Needs?
I
Mhm.
think it was Thousand Suns and Nids. Yes.
I
Um,
think so. Yeah.
we yeah. So we talked a long time about this pairings, didn't we? And we were predicting because we know in the past that the demons list Frankie has gone up first. Dylan plays a defender list quite a lot on the Planeteers team as well, so a lot of times he gets dropped first as well. So we were thinking actually if we drop Necrons first, and they do drop CSM or Chaos Demons, then we can take out either Nids, Tau, or Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
Because they actually presented very bad matchups for
The rest.
later on for us
Yeah.
against Grey Knights, against the Custodes and that kind of stuff. The one we knew the one matchup they were trying to avoid was Thousand Suns and Custodes because I had played Tate that particular matchup already at one of the GTs
Yes.
last month, and it was really interesting because they dropped Nids first as their first drop.
They wrote.
So Dan went down first,
Yes.
and they would have countered. I think they counter dropped Demons and Thousand Suns.
Yes. Demons and Thousand Sons. I think so.
That's right.
Yes.
So when we saw, because we were expecting if they dropped one of the other factions first, it would be potentially CSM and Chaos Demons that they counter Necrons with, and those I mean, probably Drawish for Necrons is what we had in the
Yeah.
Matrix, and it doesn't take out something very scary for us. So that was our concern. Um, but it was one of those, if it goes our way, we potentially take out a very scary threat, and we get better pairings later on. So imagine, I guess, our surprise when they put Takedown,
Yep. Yeah.
Thousand Suns as one of the attackers.
Well, I had a conversation with Tate on Wednesday, and it's like they were super. in their metrics, they had that as apparently as a green for Tate or greenish.
Ah, right.
So they were very confident that Tate could get bring some points from Jonty. So they were super happy that we choose Thousand Suns, and then Jonty was super happy that he was going to play Thousand Suns because he was very confident that he was going to beat Thousand Suns. So uh, Tate is like, "Why are you so happy?" And John T goes, "It's like because I have played this matchup a lot lately, and I know exactly what I need to do." And Tate is like, "Oh crap! Somebody is very wrong in the data, and I'm pretty sure it's me."
Yes. John T tends to be quite accurate in his data
Yes,
most of the time. But yes, he has, and one of the last T-Suns matches that he'd had was at the Australian New Zealand Team Championships back in May, where John T in the round against Victoria, John T played Jeremy Martino, one of the top players in Australia on Thousand Suns, and that was Thousand Suns pre-nerf, and John
yes,
T walked away with a 14-point win in that one. So yeah, absolutely, he's very experienced into T-Suns.
yeah. So that was really fun to hear the other side from Tate is like, "Oh crap!" Well, we did the same against Chaos Space Marines against the Space Wolves.
Well, let's talk about that round, shall we? Because
Fuck.
3 more points there.
Yeah, well, I'll break the 3 points that gave us the tie, but yes, I think we did not analyze that list with the careful that we needed, and I did not know how hard these lads hits. They hit hard, um, and I should have played the game completely different.
Yes.
Dylan played the way that he was planned. He had everything under control, and I just throw everything, which I shouldn't have done. I hit a well. I kill a bunch of chaff, and he was like, "Yep, cool. Now it's my turn." And he's like, pick up 2 units of Thunderwolf pretty much on the first in 2 turns, in the turn two. I was like, oh, okay, cool. We are in the fuck. Then I need just to play for the points as much as I can and try to hold everything. Um, Terrific list from Dylan. Really, really fun. Um, the cipher there, giving that +1 on your stratagems.
Mm.
Um, you think like, oh, I charge him. He's going to be not that bad. He shoot you in combat and he shoots like super hard. Um, yeah, nah, dude, everything went wrong there. I will blame
Uh,
here Ryan. He didn't coach me correctly. He is a chaos player. He should have told me, don't throw everything at him on one go. Should have do waves, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, I'm just happy it wasn't me losing to Dylan this time, because I have never beaten Dylan in a tournament.
oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Not since 8th edition. Yeah, every single time. It's actually quite hilarious. One day, one day.
One day you will
Um,
do it.
do we want to talk about our GK to Tau Empire,
Ooh, you can.
the man who brought back the draw? So Ashley's game, I think, finished one of the earliest games to finish. We actually had this one down as a loss, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, we had it as a
Um,
loss.
yeah,
We throw
knowing that
Ashley into the.
this was the bus for us.
Yes,
Turns out you were, but yeah, this was a bit of a bus on our side, or what we had thought, and Ashley did a fantastic job getting that draw. We
yeah,
knew Cam is very experienced on Grey Knights, so he knows the matchup very, very well.
correct.
Um, and yeah, Ashley brought back the points. I mean, all weekend he was just going in with that really awesome defender mentality, never giving up, always playing for points, even if he got 20 owed. He was always scrapping for
Whatever he could.
for the
Yeah.
points, yeah, whatever he could bring back. So that was really well done, and it started right here in round one.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
This was actually for all of us. Yeah, a lot of surprise because we know
mm,
coming from the same list that he won the cook-off, the chili cook-off GT. He has a lot of repetitions on the list, so he was very fine. I think he actually mentioned that was one error that he capitalized, actually capitalized very well, and that allow him to get those points. So
Yes.
proud of Ashley.
Yeah.
He did a really, really good job.
Awesome.
Um, then we have Ryan and against Dan with the needs. Uh, to be fair with
I don't actually know what happened here.
me neither, but to be fair with Ryan, this was his first actual game with the Votan. He picked up Votan after Josh dropped. So um, yeah, we call this the warm up round for Ryan. So whatever happens, uh, doesn't matter. Ryan was warming up. He was getting his
Yeah.
rules okay, and then the last
I mean,
one is
in
yours.
hindsight, probably shouldn't have put him in the warm up into one of the best players in the
Yes,
country, kind of
yes,
thing.
yes. Well,
Yeah.
if you wanted to warm up, do it properly and start from
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks, Dan.
yes, thank you. And he brought 5 points. He brought more points than me.
He did. Yes. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. He did bring more points than you. So
And yeah,
yeah.
and then the last one was you
Me into Frankie.
into Frankie.
Frankie, one of our guest heroes from a couple of episodes ago, one of the guys that plays with us out east. Yeah, so went into this. Frankie was already going, this is my worst matchup. And I'm going, oh, I kind of had it down as a 3 because with the big demons, you just never know sometimes. It can
Yes.
spike. Um, but unfortunately, the dice spiked my way with, one. Yeah, so Drac a little bit of I got some of the rules wrong, and then after a bit of back and forth, we decided that I didn't kill a bloodthirster with Draxus turn 2 in shooting with my strength 4 AP1 damage to guns, but I did do 14 wounds to the bloodthirster, and he was left on 4,
Oh,
just standing there in turn 1, which was a bit insane. Like the dice did spike. I think with the dev wound gun, I did 3 6s on one of the shooting activations, and I just went, I can see stuff. I'm going to double shoot. Let's see what happens. And yeah, the Bloodthirster almost died from just Draxus's unit shooting. And
holy
then
shit.
there was another play where Frankie came out. He picked up a unit of Custodian Guard I had in the center with Scarbrand.
Yep.
And then I charged him with my Shield Captain with a 4-man Custodian Guard unit and picked up just one shot Scarbrand popping. So Custodes, so this was my first game, right, with a list that's new. I haven't run the Shield Captain before,
Yes.
and I wasn't quite sure how much output I would get because critting on 5s, yes, it's on average you get just over 100% hit rates and things like that. But with the Shield Captain, they have a once a game. They can activate both Katar, so I get lethals and sustained on 5s. So the maths just becomes
Insane.
a little
Yeah.
bit hard trying to do on the fly. Yeah, so I knew it punched really hard. I just didn't quite know how hard. So I sent that unit into Scarbrand, and yeah, there was no more Scarbrand. Um, the 4-wound Bloodthirster healed up to 6 in Frankie's turn, and then I shot it to death with the other units,
Holy.
and Draxus continued shooting. So he died in shooting. And then my Warden unit tanked the other Bloodthirster, lost 2 guys, and then I went and picked it up later on. Just yeah, the Venatari came in, swooped in. Oh, the 6-man Venatari came in, out of line of sight, flew over, punched the Lord of Change to death, one shot as well.
Ooh.
So poor Frankie, in my go turn, lost Scarbrand, lost the Bloodthirster, lost the Lord of Change, lost the Chariots, a lot of them in shooting as well. Lost his backfield because I picked up the Plague Bearers, and just the 3-man Venatari actually just cleaned up. It was
That
yeah, at that point it was kind of like this is pretty much game over, right?
pretty much.
And then my secret source is because it was what was mission 1? It was very low scoring primary. It was
Lead
supply
speed
drop, supply drop,
and supply
supply drop.
drops. Yeah.
It was supply drop. Yes, it was supply drop. So going bottom of 3, we had each only got 5 primary.
Oh no.
So of course, being tied on primary and me going second, I opted for a secret mission. And then I scored in turn 5 my 20 points for secret mission, which was literally walk my warlord onto his objective after they one shot with Scarbrand. And then I scored the 15. and I scored the 8, turn 4, turn 5 primary, and then bam, I have 40 primary.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Uh, that you,
just shows that yeah, you can go into turn 3 with 5 points of primary and still almost max your game. It's
yeah, I'm going to talk about that later. I had experience, but was against me, not.
But no, that was a really, really good round. Really good warm up round for our playing really, really good players, and all people that we know and love. Didn't play anyone new this round, but
Yes.
yeah, really good warm up round.
Well,
Although I think us drawing the round probably messed with some of the later pairings where there's a lot of pair downs and pair ups,
yes. This
which
this
is
this
hilarious.
matchup pretty much screw everything later on, which is
Yeah,
so fun.
because we just kept pairing down. I think round 2 we paired down, didn't
Yes,
we?
we keep paring down both of us all the time, pretty much.
Yeah.
100% wife approve. God Empress rejects.
Yeah. So
100% wife
the
approve.
very experienced, lots of very veteran players in 100% wife approved against I believe, the Rotorua team,
Yeah.
Jamie and James. A few new players on the God Emperor's Rejects team. Um, Although I don't know how Jamie got a 1 with Custodians. Come on, man. Got it. Emperor's Wa. Let's go.
Against World
But
Eaters.
yeah, Hanari, very good player. And World Eaters is one of those armies that can spike very hard as well.
Yeah.
And they've got the punch to take out Custody. So, yeah, very well done on 100% wife approved.
Yes, they did really well. We predict that one. And here is your error. This one here. The bench warmers, leftovers, and Dead Watch and Learn. We had this one as a victory for Dead Watch and Learn because they were a more experienced team uh, than the bench warmers. But we got wrong.
Yeah, this was a very big surprise for me. Kobe coming back after taking some time off playing 48 with the very skewed Dark Angels Deathwing Knights list, which the more I look at it, the more I don't want to play it.
Yeah.
It counters the crap out of my 2 damage army. Um, Dan Ashton's been playing World Eaters on and off for a little bit between. I think he's got World Eaters, Necrons, and Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights that
Yes.
he kind of cycles between. Looks like he's found some really good play with World Eaters because I know Aiden's a really good player on Tyranids. I've played him in TTS before. Um, yeah, and then Logan just continuously deleting people with Imperial Knights. Like,
He is getting even scary and scary every time, man.
man, do you think we should have bought a different brother on our team?
Yeah, probably we brought the wrong brother to the team. Sorry, Ryan.
We love you, Ryan.
Yeah, don't smack us, please.
Yeah.
Then Fishy and Q, they
Yep.
got the loss here, but they brought points. Um,
Yes. Kia, of course, being very, very new to the game and Custodes.
yes, he
Kia was a Tau player before.
yes he's a Tau player. Still is a Tau player. He got the Custodes because he couldn't find the rhythm with the Tau. He was not satisfied with the results, so he wanted to bring something. So interesting here. Kobe was going to play Custodes. Kobe was going to be the
Yes.
Custodes and Kia the Tau player.
Yes,
And
that's right.
and they had a team meeting and Kobe lended all the Adeptus Custodes to Kia. Kia did pick up that on a couple of he played a couple of TTS games and a couple of games at the club. Um, and then Kobe jumped to the Dark Angels. That I think was good for him. He loves Dark Angels too. So
Kobe does love Dark
yeah,
Angels.
yeah.
Well, he loves Custodes as well, right?
Yeah,
So
he's the golden boy, but yeah,
yeah,
this
and Tau. Kobe plays Tau as well. So
yes,
all 3 of his armies are really decent right now.
yes,
Yeah.
they are quite good, and Fishy jumped to the needs at the last minute. He has been playing mostly
Hypercrypt.
Hypercrypt
That's right.
and Canoptic Court, so
Yes.
between both. But I think same as Q, he was not feeling the flow with the army. He wanted play something different, and he went for the Tyrannid. So
Yeah.
um, that's why I was thinking that they were going to have not going to be that good at here, but I think Kobe, Dan, and Logan tanked everything, and yeah, they got the upper hand over the Dead Want to Learn.
I think they also paired very well, like Dark Angels into Grey Knights with the 2-up save, AOC, and -1 damage. Actually, is very good into some of the Grey Knights damage,
Yes.
right? Um, yeah, and World Eaters with their AP and combat actually does quite a bit of damage to Tyranids. You know, high toughness bugs. World Eaters are strength.
Yeah.
Was it strength 12 or strength 14 on the charge with some of the exalted A bound? Yeah, actually, I think Logan did quite a good job pairing this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, he got Astra Militarium that probably bounced it against his three big knights. And he was like, oh, yeah,
He
cool.
took 3 big knights.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if it was
god!
three or two. Let me double check. I'm not going to start lying now.
I, I don't know how this man does it. Just big
Three.
knights,
Three big
3
knights.
big knights. Well, yeah, like the thermal cannon, would just
Yeah.
rip through guard tanks. Unfortunately for
Canis
Regan.
Rex, Nido Rent, and the Paladin. So,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just a bunch of,
Just 2 Helverins, 3
yeah,
Wargraves. Oh, so the big knights will be standing back doing actions. Of course, they can walk through walls and do actions and
yeah,
shoot.
pretty much. So,
Very, very spicy.
yeah, that's I think we should have, yeah, something there. That is a good.
Yeah.
And then we have of course, then is the Ralph Williams plays Warhammer. This is the Rooster Bees, let's call it. We call it Rooster Bee, but
Oh,
and then even more leftovers. So this one also was predicted to even more leftovers. These guys were the second place last, with different.
no, they won War Pause
Oh, they won
and
World Wars. Yes.
NZTC. Yeah, I think they were in the top 3. I can't really remember
Yeah.
because the Christchurch boys, Plastic People Game won the last NZTC.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
Um,
You're right. We went
yeah,
second on the World Wars with bench warmers.
yes,
Cool. Yes,
yes.
you're right.
I know you mention it every episode.
That is a space, especially for somebody that listened to us. Tate, that's for you. Still very salty that
Hilarious.
they got third. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this was the core of the team. I think is Alex, Hamish, and Hayden.
Yep. Liam and Tim are both new to the team, I believe, this
Yes,
time.
Liam and team were two new ads. On the other hand, you have Logan um, and David March, two veterans
Who?
from Roosters,
Yep. Yep.
and
And then 3 new players, I
three
believe.
new players. Yes, Russ, Alexander, and John. So a little bit green this team, but they 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 play quite well. I think that Logan played quite well also. So yeah, we will see how that goes in the next coming events.
Absolutely.
And the Kakassin then got the bye in the first round. So that was the first round.
Yeah.
Only one error there um, on the predictions. So
Pretty good. Pretty good on the
yeah.
predictions. Yeah. Next time we'll try and predict maybe the final 3.
Ooh.
Interesting.
If there's pod, because if there's random stuff that happen,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it's impossible, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Should we talk about our round 2?
let's talk about our round two. Yes. Um, so
We
round
won't go through every single team's round.
no no
It'll
no.
just take a little bit long. Yeah. Do you want to just filter on us? So what's interesting here is after our draw, I believe both us and the Planeteers peered down because there was an even number of teams in the winners bracket, and then the 2 draws,
Ah,
and of course everyone
yes,
else in the yeah. So this is how we managed to play Death Watch and Learn.
we pared down.
We actually peer down.
Yes, because they watch and learn lost. They did not lose for too much, so they were in that bracket. Um,
What's interesting, and I think this is what confused a lot of people on the day with the many peers downs that happened during the
yes,
weekend, is in the Swiss system on BCP, um, peer downs don't happen all that often, but in the teams format, because yeah, it's very easy to get draws and things like that. And when it peers down, I, what I believe is it actually randomizes the team you peer down into in
Yes.
the next bracket. And it depends on whether there's other teams above you that's peering down into teams that haven't played. So it does some magic in the back end. But what we observed was so for example, we were in the draw bracket, right? And then there was the winning bracket and then the losing bracket.
Yes.
We didn't peer down into the top teams in the losing bracket that had scored the most. It was actually random in
Random
that bracket
between
which
that
one we
bracket. Yeah.
peered into. Yeah, so it is part of the BCP system. No,
I don't know if it's good or it's bad,
it's
but
just
it's
a
what it is.
different type of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. So in here we went to against Dead Watch and Learn. Again, a strong team that we had a lot of respect on the players and the pairing system. Um, we this one was we got pretty much 20 O's and was I think the pairings that was the key for our winning.
I think we got all of the good matchups that we wanted in this one.
Yeah,
And we bust Ashley again because we knew Courtney was a very good player.
yeah. That's the one of the top players on the team, and we throw Ashley into him, and he brought 7 bloody points, which is amazing for a matchup
Yeah,
that shouldn't. Yeah, so it was a complicated for him.
yeah.
I
Um,
got the Grey
do you
Knights.
do you remember what we put down first as our first defender?
I think it was Jonty again.
So Jonty, we just always go with Jonty first.
I think it was Jonty. I'm not 100% sure because the order of the pairings here is not.
It's
Um,
different.
yeah,
I think it was Jonty first.
I think it
Yeah,
was Jonty, and he picked the needs.
yeah.
Um,
What was
uh,
their first defender, if you remember?
it's not the Grey Knight. No.
No, T-Suns? Did they put Courtney down first?
Could be. Yeah, it could be the T-Sens.
Yeah.
That man, my memory is yeah.
Old man.
Oh man, same as you, man. Um, yeah, I don't know how we ended up in. Like we thought that again, John T. because has the most green, so he could take uh the one that I think needs was the one that we didn't want to play against, or
Yeah.
and we took it out, and
Or
then
another T-Suns, right? No, given his performance against
yes,
T-Suns, it
yeah,
was
yeah,
another
yeah.
good potential one we could take out. And then also, I think he said he was really good into orcs.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
We will talk about that. But yeah, we got the pairings quite well. I went against Simon. A long time I had not played Simon. Was really good to see him back. I first time I met him was an OTT um,
Yes.
ages
Well, because
ago.
they're out of town as well. So the Death Watch are known as the Wellington/Palmy team.
Yes, they are. They are. And yeah, was the matchup for him. They throw him under the bus against me. He told me that it's like they have been that like previous game also they throw him under the bus. I was like, for him it's really bad because he tries to teleport, but I screen the whole board with
Yes.
the infiltrators and all my small units, and then I push, so I keep it on his spot.
Yes.
Yeah, I did unspeakable things to him. Yeah, was
But
he,
Simon,
uh, sorry, I think he scored 15 points.
yeah. But Simon will walk away with his, spirits up.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely guy.
Oh, dude,
Always happy and friendly.
he was like, well, a good game is a fast game. So he was like, yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely to play against him.
Yeah.
Ryan here after the warm up went against Orcs and 20-0, man, straight away recover.
I mean, he's got the guns, he's got the berserks, right? He's got the number of shots to deal with orcs, so
Yeah,
that was a good pairing.
that was a good pairing. Yes, Yonti, Tyranids, and you against the Yeah, you against the guard, man.
Yeah, so Regan was a lovely opponent to play against. And it's interesting because the last team's event I was at, of course, was ANZTC, Australian New Zealand Team Championships, where I played 3 or 4 rounds against Imperial Guard and got destroyed because the triple manticores, the bullgrins, the basilisks, and I didn't have Unitari back then. I just had 3 units of wardens and 2 units of guard. And I had to run my way over there and pray that I survived long enough to touch them.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen a lot. So I knew the guard matchup, and then Regan only had one Manticore, and Manticores only hit on fours now, which is very interesting. And Manticores, they're still very good because they get full reroll hits
Yeah.
against units of 5 or more. My entire army is units of 4. um,
Except for the big blob of Venetari.
except for the Venatari and the Captain user. The leader, everything else was units of 4.
Yeah.
So Regan lost a lot of efficiencies. He didn't have the indirect to whittle me down while I just ran at him. Um, And I remember there was a turn where I ran out. I made a charge with the Shield Captain unit with the Wardens. I knew I needed a bit more durability on this one. And I charged the Chimera, killed the Chimera, and I stood 2 inches in front of his Dawn, both Dawns, the Manticore, the Sentinels, and a whole bunch of stuff. And his turn, I popped the 4 of Pain. I just went, cool. I survived here. Benatari flew in position to challenge the other Dawn, and then just started picking up tanks. Because he had a very mechanized list, so 4 Chimera with Catachans, he had Hellhounds, like it was
Yes.
very cool guard list. I love the guard list. Um, but unfortunately, yeah, I just Custodes, man, with the crit on fives and choosing lethals or sustain, and then Venatari having +1 to wound, and Custodian Guard units getting full rerolls. They don't have a problem with high toughness vehicles anymore.
Yeah. Now that was interesting because yeah, when we saw the list and he didn't have the Manticore, I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
This is something that we can do it. But yeah, if you go triple Manticore, it's like god damn it. They wear you down so much that it's not fun.
yeah, yeah. That I played that matchup and it's very very tough. But Venatari do change that matchup a bit.
Yes, because you rapid ingress everything, and then
Yeah,
and it's not you don't have that much of uh, shooting power to hit everything.
yeah, that's right. Because you have 4 units that can charge, and they know it's 4 units that can charge.
Correct.
Um, and they just can't pick up everything. But yeah, that was a really good game. Yeah, good thing I knew a little bit about how to play guard as well, so
Yeah,
it was a good matchup to go into.
overall did watch and learn. Really nice lads. We had a really good round here. Um, that allow us
Oh,
to yeah.
Aiden, the captain Aiden, he's really cool. He makes little pins, like little badges.
Yes.
Depending on whether you beat him or you lose to him, he will give you a different badge. So I believe John T is now a proud owner of a I have defeated the cult,
Yes.
like Jake said, a cult badge. Yeah,
Yeah. He has one, and
yeah. Ashley is very jealous. He wants one really badly.
he wanted one so much because he is GSTV player, but yeah, we couldn't make it happen. No, we go round
Oh,
two,
round three.
round three. Sorry, yes,
Yeah,
let's go round three.
yeah. At this point, I personally I was on a high. I'm going Custodes, awesome, having so much fun. Um, I haven't had this much fun with a army list in a while, right?
You were the
Um,
strike.
yeah, just I thought I was a defender list. Funny.
No, you were the attacker, hunting for points, man.
Apparently, I was an attacker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then last round of the day, just came off a nice win going into
seal.
the Palmy boys, SEAL Team 6. I
Yeah,
think Yeling was telling me their name, SEAL Team 6. Oh, what was it in reference to? Something about there's only 6 people that play Warhammer in their
oh,
area, something like that. Yeah,
yeah, okay,
yeah,
makes sense.
which is quite funny.
So
Yeah,
it's these guys.
yeah,
Yeah, this was interesting round. Again, not much of data we had about the pairings. Um, but we went through that anyways. I think the
Yeah.
pairings,
Well, this was the round that was straight after, right? So
yeah,
we did data for round one because that was, that we knew that on Wednesday, and
correct,
then we had some data for round two because that was between lunchtime, and we could do a quick conversation.
correct.
But this one we kind of just went into it.
Yeah, we went into with what we had on our spreadsheet, and that's it. Um, I think I took the worst um, for this matchup because somehow I ended up pairing with a Blood Angel.
Yep.
Um,
And Ben is a very good player. I've played him at Lakes of Blood
Ben
before.
is a really good player.
Yep.
I had to play super hard to bring those points because he had a list that was really interesting. It was two big blobs, one of a big blob of dead company, 10 mans with the chaplain, and the other one was a captain with 10 man of jump assault intercessors.
Hmm.
So and he kept that one uh, in the back, holding until the rest was depleted. So when I was already very wear and tear, he just throw that into the combat.
Mm. Didn't is he the one that had the Death Company dreads, the slip dreads?
Yes, yes, but
Oh, he had three of those, right? Yeah.
I I I managed to null those ones, so I killed them before they could do anything. Um,
Okay.
and I was very effective with that because I was not going to be able to handle the company plus the dreadnoughts.
Yes.
Um, I did an error when I did my rapid ingress with the Thunderwolf Cavalry. I put one in range of the Predator Val with the
Hmm.
Flamers, so he killed two there. And then when I
Oof.
did the advance, he killed two more when I moved because I was already in range. I couldn't do anything.
Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
was a
Yes.
completely my mistake. I forgot completely about it. That is 18 inches, the flamer.
Yeah.
So I took the
Just
punishment.
just roll more 4-ups, bro.
Yeah, it was interesting. Some games I rolled the 4-ups like fucking champion. Other ones they were like,
Welcome to Custodes.
yeah, I know, 4-ups. But was overall was a really good game with Ben. He had a couple of tanks on that list, so he has two lancers, which they actually did not hurt me that much because it's just two shots, and I can save. At some point, he should. Um, there was just one captain alive. That was Harold, Dead Wolf. He shoot Harold. And I was like, yeah, cool. I save one. The other one fails. I will blank the damage. And it's like, what? Yeah, I told you I can. He can blank damage. It's like, ah, oh, for fuck's sake. I was like, then we went to melee. He hit with something. It's like, yeah, cool. Save all of these. I'm going to blank this one. What? You can do it again? Yes. Every face I can.
Every
Every
phase.
face I can
Oh, of
blank.
course.
I was like, oh no. Yeah, boy. So yeah,
Go Harold.
he actually tanked Harold. Did a really good job there. But
Yeah.
was yes, I'm very happy bringing those 7 points because
Yeah.
against Blood Angels it is super difficult, man.
Yeah.
You got the needs again.
I, yes, I got the. This was the no. This was the first Nids
Oh,
game I
this was
played.
the first need.
This was the
Okay, okay,
first. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was Yelling was on Invasion Fleet Nids, which I haven't played against in a little while because that's the index detachment.
Ah, index.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the one that has the feel no pain
Okay.
and the crit on 5. Yeah, that's right. Which he used to very good effect. It skewed a lot of my maths offensive output. Just want to point out, I was the only 20-0 on the team for
Oh,
this one.
yes,
Just
of course.
putting it out there. Yeah. Thanks, John T. Um, no, this was interesting because I'm a bit rusty against Neds, right? And he did have exocrines. Well, I think one or two exocrines. Had Maliceptor. He had the old One Eye with the shooty Carnifex.
Oh,
Had a
yes.
Swarm Lord. So the Swarm Lord has the makes your strat cost one more. and is a very strong character. And he had a foot tyrant, and the foot tyrant, of course, giving lethals and assault now. So the the Exocrine can advance and shoot, and get weird angles and things. So yeah, had to hide out of the main firing lanes. But I think this one, Ian probably hasn't played against Custodes a whole lot. I want to charge him, and he pushed up quite quickly. I
Oh,
think he tried to screen out the Venatari a little bit too hard, but he actually left a massive gap in the back, and I just kind of flew in the back. Um, yeah, so there was some gargoyle play and with the gaunts and stuff. He kind of put the gaunts out and then put the Maliceptors behind. So I just walked up in front of the gaunts, shot them to death, and charged the Maliceptor.
okay.
It's like a 4-inch charge.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, one of the Maliceptors was just sitting right in front of me, not in cover or anything, and I had 4 custodian guard units that could see it with Draxus. So I just okay, I'm gonna shoot it, see what happens, and I killed it in shooting. So he was already a Maliceptor down. Um, then I charged the Maliceptor over there. I charged the Zoanthropes with the from the back because he started the Zoanthropes on the table and was thinking about covering one entire firing lane,
Yep.
walking up and then counter punching with the old One Eye Carnifex unit. So I dropped Venatari behind the Zoe group in the building, and then just walked out and picked up the whole unit. So yes,
You,
Custodes rapid ingressing picks up a lot of stuff.
you did bad things to that poor kid.
A little bit, a little bit.
Oh,
I think after my go turn, he had the Hive Tyrant, the Swarm Lord, old One Eye, and one Carnifex, and the Exocrine left.
you bad
Yeah,
touch him.
a little bit. Yeah, and he made a little bit of a mistake in his turn in terms of the fighting, and I managed to pick up the Hive Tyrant as well.
Oh,
Uh, And then I had a whole bunch of. So here's the thing: I had a whole bunch of one-man units because he's killed. Like the Swarm Lord came in, the Exocrine shot, and my six-man Venatari was killed down to 1 or 2 models, right? Um, and then I just charged a whole bunch of 1 and 2 man into his Swarm Lord, and I think 2 guys picked up the Swarm Lord,
oh, damn
which is yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
it, dude. The mads, yeah,
I brought a lot of 5s.
yeah. You were on fire, to be honest, on the
I
first
was
day.
just
Yeah,
it was like playing Orcs, man. When you believe and everything goes right, you're just like, yeah,
yep.
go with the Wa, the Emperor's Wa.
And goes
I
there.
was all for it. Yeah. It was funny because when I first started playing Custodes, I didn't really know how to play the faction or what to do, and someone just told me, "Man, just believe in the 4-ups.
Just
Just
roll for
believe in
laps.
rolling the
Yeah,
dice. Yeah, just roll the dice and believe." And then Custodes just happened. I was like, "Damn, this works."
yeah, yeah. The emperor will protect. That's
The
it.
Emperor will protect. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, well, then we have also here John T with the mirror match with Necrons. Uh, yeah,
Oh, do you want to pull up that list? Because I think that Necron's list has 2 Catans, I want to say. Because he was very excited
yes,
about this mirror
he
match.
he
Then
he
there
got the two
were some
Catans.
Catans.
He got
Yeah,
the Void Dragon and yes,
that's right.
Nightbringer.
Yep. Yep. So Jonty was very excited about this because he finally got to use his anti-Catan tech.
Yes, anti-Catan. Yes, this is the Catan, the Chronomancer, Warden. Yep,
Yep.
and
And then of course,
Immortals, Locust
Scorpion
Destroyers.
Destroyers. Was
Yes,
this Hypercrypt? What
yes,
detachment did he have
Hypercrypt.
this?
This is the one that
Hypercrypt.
he was surprised that he has the Scorpix without the Scorpic Lord,
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
and then a couple of
3
rides
days.
here and the
And
Doomsday Arc.
Doomsday Arc. Yeah. Of course, Jonty. Jonty. Jonty has the Silent King, and
Yes,
one of the auras that he can pick is Ignore modifiers,
and
which means he was shooting full damage monoliths. And I think it's an aura as well, right? It's everything within 6.
I think
So the
so.
Silent King was shooting with the menhirs and the the monolith would have just picked up a Catan in like 1 round of
One,
shooting
yeah,
easily.
easy, easy,
Maybe
easy.
even both. Yeah. So that was where the mirror both hypercrit, but one just completely out the other one.
Yeah, and John T is fuck. That's really, yeah, it's one of the
I mean,
best
still
ones.
still not a 20 though. So
Yeah. I
Just
think
say.
because the other player has a lot of small units, so he could
Yeah,
be in scoring, which makes sense. John T is less scoring units, but yeah, he punch you hard. Then we
yeah.
have Ryan with the lead with the Votans against the Tau. I think this was a win for Ryan just to bring those 11 points because the Taus shoot lots and
I think this is always a drawish matchup, though.
yeah, he
Yeah,
is depending, I guess, who goes first and if you make any
yeah,
mistakes, whatever. But
yeah,
for yeah, I think well, was a good matchup at the end of the
yeah.
day. And Ashley again bringing the troll.
Bring the draw, so good.
Yes, the Grey Knights against the Votan. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's a hard matchup. Everybody wanted to avoid the Votan, except I think was me, but I couldn't get it.
Honestly, this round, I kind of just won't put me into anything. I'm riding the Custodes high. Just I'll
Yeah,
make anything happen.
you were in near the sun, and that was your problem. You get too close to the
And,
sun.
yeah, yeah. And then we went out for dinner, and you guys
Yes.
decided, no, I can't be in. Because at this point, I think I had scored the most points, right?
Yes, you
After
were.
after day one,
I
yeah.
think you were at the first two
The top
spots.
three at
Yeah,
least,
it's
yeah.
top three the whole tournament.
And then you collectively as a team, you guys decided I needed to be bust the next round,
You needed
just
to
to bring me back down to earth a little bit.
correct. You needed
I
to.
would not shut up about Custodes for the entire night,
You were talking so much, but yes, you were doing well, man.
but
And then
we
we
will
went
we
to
will see
the.
what happened here. Yeah,
We were at dinner waiting for the release of the next round, and we realized that we were going against Plastic People Gang, and I was like, oh damn.
yeah, and that brought my mood down because this was one of the rounds where I didn't really have good matchups.
Yeah.
John, the one I actually played, so John, great player, Tyranid specialist, triple exocrines, and a Trigon, which is flat, heaps of flat 3 damage, right? And
Yes.
then on the ritual as well, heaps of chaff to screen me out. Hugh, the sisters player, great sisters player, triple castigator. Again, not something I want to go into with 3-win bodies. Taos, I would be okay playing, because it's always a bit of a flip between
Yes.
Casodes and Rodetas, depending on who rolls hot a little bit. I think the only one I was confident going into was the Orcs, Alex's Orcs.
Alex. Oh,
Yeah,
good play, Alex. Was a really interesting game. Uh, yeah, I was not sure because I never played the matchups
yeah,
against them, but in the
because that was a Green Tide list.
Green Tide, yes, Green
Yeah,
Tide with 6 unit of 20 boys,
oh, 120 boys.
120. So I was not
Nice.
100. I was not sure that I was going to be able to kill enough and fast.
Yeah,
Um, but I actually did. Actually,
yeah,
Thunderwolf did.
yeah,
Especially because I can fall back and recharge. So I don't mind to be like if you charge me, he will not be able to kill all the Thunderwolves. I do a lot of attacks with the extra attacks and the lethals, and at least I'm a strength 5, so I'm wounding on 4s. And
yeah.
when I charge, if I put the lance, I'm wounding on 6, sorry, on 3s. So um, the turn that
You've got the volume.
yes,
Yeah, you've got the volume to go through.
so I survived his wag turn with still with my main units alive. So that was good. The assault jump back intercessors. I sent it the 3 units against one 20-man boys, and I pretty much killed it, the whole stuff. And I was in his deployment zone basically. So he needed to send another one to against that to clean, while my Thunderwolf had a little bit of um, second breed there. The only why I guess Alex got that I couldn't stop Alex to score is because it was the ritual.
Yes, that's the ritual. Yep.
So I create my objectives. He couldn't interact because it was with my lone ops, but he
Yes.
was creating his objectives and holding with a big truck, not the small truck,
Oh, the
the
battle
battle
wagon.
wagon.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have the time to liaise with that shit. I need to kill boys as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Um, so it was a
So,
really good game. Alex played with we played with the clock because he needed to move so many stuff. And we pretty much, eh, yeah, we it was what we had like 4 minutes left in the clock when we were able to talk about how this is going to end. So
yeah.
yeah, really fun, good play.
Yep. Well, my game did not go very well, as you can see. I mean, John going in, John knew how to play this matchup much better than I did.
Yes,
Uh, in hindsight, I should have just started everything on the table and fought for board presence. I think I
we
was
told you.
like in hindsight. No, you didn't tell me shit.
We told you.
In in hindsight, I was thinking, it's the ritual, so I don't need to go out. So I castled up. I turned it into a hammer and anvil. It was a crucible map,
Yes.
I think. And I turned it into hammer and anvil. I basically just created objectives all the way to my opposing corner along my deployment zone, and I held it with my units. Uh, didn't help that the table that was picked. Well, I think I got the last table, so I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It was the one table I couldn't stage. It was the light table. I couldn't stage on this table. I couldn't get to his exocrines. I also had to respect them because there were two massive firing lanes all the way into my DZ.
I'm going to
So
correct you. It was not a light table. It was a medium table, but it was
no,
the medium with the corridor in the center.
was it a me? I thought I got the light table.
No, because I was in the light. No, I was in the
Okay.
heavy. The heavy was the very first one.
Yeah, yeah,
Three medium, medium. You were behind me, and the light
okay.
was the one at the bottom.
Okay. It felt very light. So John basically he knew I didn't have the shooting to threaten him. I didn't have the range, so he just put all of the exocrine in the firing lanes, just going, "I dare you to poke your head out." I mean, fair play, right? And my strategy would be to slowly get my way closer. Vinatari coming in, but he did some really good plays, screening me out. Gargoyles coming in, doing some move, jump, shoot, jump stuff. So I couldn't actually do a lot of good charges. Um, and also, my first two turns, I didn't draw a single secondary I could score.
Oh yes, that's why I know because you were behind me, and you were like, "Oh, first turn, I couldn't draw any secondaries. Were good," and then he was like, "Come back," and it's like, "How is it going?" Turn two, now secondaries. I'm fine.
Yeah. Two turns of no secondaries. I mean, I was scoring primary. I was creating objectives. I remembered to create the third one. Kept going. I guess I pulled back a little bit of points because it was looking like a 20-0. I pulled back a few points because um, towards the end of the game, John he was very smart. He saved his shadows in the warp for turn 5, where I was gonna look. I was looking like I was gonna score the 15. He ran the Neurolictor and Death Leaper up. The Venetari charged the Zoanthropes, but didn't quite manage to kill the Neurotyrant, so the Neurotyrant was still alive.
Ah,
And in my turn 5, he just went Shadows of the Warp. I knew it was coming, so I had stickied a couple of objectives, and then I spread out my Custodian Guard across multiple. So I had 2 units on each objective effectively, except for one really far one. Um, but I was so my leadership is 6. I was rolling battle shocks on 9 plus
yeah.
to pass, and there was one critical roll where if I failed that one, I would lose another 10 points of primary. So I would bring back 2
And
points
that's where
instead.
you're jumping and celebrating when you pass that one.
I rolled a 10, hard rolled the leadership, passed, scored the primary, and yeah, still a big loss. Awesome job, John did in sort of restricting my gameplay and just not allowing me to score points. But fighting for every single point. It was interesting. Yeah, definitely against armies that have that speed and can just screen out a lot of my charges and have 3 damage attacks. Yeah, very different experience.
Yeah, but you needed to study the table. We talk about that, and then you did.
Nah,
Yes, we talk about that.
Always be rapid ingressing, man.
Yes,
ABRI.
I
That's what we live by.
know. John T got Alec with the towel and he got the 20-0. I think for unluckily for Alec, uh, John T was li kind of like releasing his frustration because he lost again Cam in the GT. So I was like, Tao, yeah, give me that. I'm going to smash it. Doesn't matter.
John T is also our resident Tau player and knows the faction very well,
Yes,
right? So
correct.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was that 20-0 actually keep us on the play because
Yes.
sadly for us, Ashley that was performing really well the first week on the first day, sorry, he went 20-0 against Alex Tosi, but Alex
Yeah,
is
I talked to Ashley about that one. He said he made a couple of mistakes positioning, and Taos picked up on the weakness and just went. You know, Taos is someone that's very good at knowing when to go for opportunities and full send,
yeah.
and World Eater suits his playstyle very well. And he just cracked that weakness open and pushed for the 20.
Yeah, that's what Ashley said. He capitalized the small errors of Ashley and he put everything in, and that was it.
Yeah.
And Ryan bringing the 13-7 here against the. Uh, Nobody wanted to go against the sisters. Nobody in the
Man,
team wanted.
that sister list looked very, very brutal.
It is what this is the
Not gonna lie.
triple
Triple
castigator,
castigator. Yeah.
triple.
Northern Vale. Paragon Warsuits. Yeah.
Yeah, but also has the triple flamers, the
Oh, the emulators. Yes, with the minion squads. Yep.
triple emulators. Yeah, that is nobody wanted to go against this. It was like nah, nah, and Ryan's like, yeah, I have played sisters, so I kind of understand it. Let me do it.
Yeah. Except he played the penitent detachment and got 20-0'd by Jonty. So
Yeah, yeah, but he got the play. So
he got 13.
oh,
Yes, he played well.
yeah, no, that was good. I was interested because at some point I was 17-3 on the game against Alex. Um,
Yes, that's right. Because we went over to check the score and we thought we had the round.
and it's because he managed to bring those points that they leveled the balance, and it's because I couldn't stop him to score the primaries at the end.
Yeah.
That was
Because I think at that point I was looking at about a 6.
yes, you were a little bit higher. Yeah, we all thought that, and we were thinking, well, if Ashley get the 10-10 here, um, we are done. We have
Mm,
this. But so
that's right.
good.
That's right.
We're still unbeaten up to here. We have not lost a single round up to here.
Yeah, but my awesome streak was destroyed. Thanks, guys.
That was you fly too near to the
I
sun with
yeah.
your
I
golden
I
wings.
needed it. I needed the humbling. I'll admit that.
Yes, because round five happened. Round five was
Hey, I'm happy with my round 5.
uh,
Okay.
I know, I'm happy with mine. Ish.
What happened to everybody else, mate?
I don't know, man.
Because
We won. We brought the
I was pretty
points.
sure I was promised a 20-0.
Who promised you a 20-0? I promised you a 20-0?
Somebody promised a 20-0
I think
against Green Tide.
I think it was a joke.
Yeah. So no, so it was. I think it was the previous round because there was a Green Tide, Alex Cameron on Green Tide, and we were talking about who
Yes.
should go into that because I haven't tested that game. Whereas Jonty said he's played that game on TTS. It's a 20-0 for his Necrons list. He knows how to play against it, and he's played Orcs as in one of the TTS leagues as well. So he was very confident. So we went, okay, cool. I think we put up. Did we put him up first again?
Yes, again.
This one,
We're putting him up again.
and I think it was Orcs and
Chaos Knight.
Chaos Knights.
Yes.
Was it? Oh, okay.
I think
And
was Orc and Chaos Knight.
yeah, and then he really wanted to go into the orcs. Because I was thinking I would be a better counter into orcs.
Yes.
Because I think I can do quite
But we
something there.
wanted because we had a better options against the Chaos Knight. We wanted to leave
Yeah,
Chaos Knight free because you
yeah,
couldn't go against, I
yeah.
couldn't go.
I I couldn't back up my data because I hadn't played that matchup.
Yeah,
It was more of a I think I could do it. Whereas Jonte goes, no, definitely going in. That is a green. He'll bring back the points. And I guess that was a prime example of data that was incorrect,
yeah.
which needs adjustment. And this is what need more reps
Well,
against
to be honest, we
good
don't
players.
we don't know actually what happened in the game, so we cannot comment what went wrong.
All I saw was everything in Jonte's army tagged in combat.
And when
Yeah,
we asked Chonti what happened, my data was wrong.
yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that you can get from Chonti. I was like, but where was wrong? What happened? My data was wrong.
I think he was a little bit sad about
Yes.
how he performed in that matchup. Do you want to talk
Uh,
about your game, Ronan? How Ronan pulled it back to a 14 for you?
Ronan. Uh, that was
We were relying on you to draw the round, mate.
so I pretty much table running except for one brigand on 3 wounds left. And that brigand in 3 wound left is a battle line. And I don't have battle lines in my detachment.
Oh, did he secret mission you?
His secret mission, the battle line,
What a boss! Go Ronan.
his secret mission, the battle line in the deployment zone of the enemy, and no battle lines in the rest of the battlefield.
Yep,
And since I don't have
yep.
battle line, sorry, he got
Easy.
he so it was a 20-0 up to that point because he did not score a single primary. Well, his score primary is very low. Um, so there's 2 errors here. Did not realize that that was coming, but my screening, I got cocky with my screenings on the other games, and I left a breach exactly to one brigand could come into deep strike on strategic reserve.
Oh, he walked on from reserve. Yep, yep, yep.
That was my error.
3 wounds, man. One grenade, and he's gone.
Um, yes, we were playing so fast at the end that
If
actually
you tell me you forgot to grenade, oh my god.
I forgot to grenade. I forgot to bring my scouts that was with the missile launcher, so I couldn't missile
Oh,
launcher. And there was
yeah.
another thing. I had I had 3 characters separate because the units were dead. So
Yes.
I brought all of them back. So one of them was in 1 wound left, and I completely forgot because the dice was behind. So I move it, and it's like, oh, I can advance this guy. So I showed the distance. I did that, came out from one of the buildings, and Ronnie is like, "Yep, I'm going to Overwatch." I was like, "Yeah, go for it." I have 7 wounds. Like now that guy's in 1 wound. Like what? Yeah, it's in 1 wound. Remember that he tanked a Melta and I couldn't kill it, so he was hanging in one. It's like, oh shit,
Oh,
this is going to hurt. He rolls. It was a brigand, so he rolled a lot of dice
yeah,
with sustains,
yeah.
and it's like, yeah, cool, it's dead. Um, there was a couple of mistakes on my side at the end. I couldn't bring the 20, and Ronnie capitalized every single of those. So well, Ronnie, he got the points.
Good.
Is yeah, totally his win there, and I was a muppet.
Because this was round 5. Yeah, we were getting tired, making mistakes.
Yeah, dude was really yeah,
This would have been what 4 o'clock in the afternoon type thing.
kind
Yeah,
of. And we were thinking, oh, we still need to stay for one more round.
yeah.
And we were thinking, oh, we win this one, we may go against the Mighty Cats. And then we were like thinking,
Yes,
we were thinking one step forward, and that was also our mistake.
yes.
So yeah, Rooster took advantage of that, and they got us. Ashley again, we miscalculated this matchup against. Um, I'm not. Can I say his name?
just call it Waddle, man. It's Waddle.
Okay, against Wardle. So Drew Curry slapped the Grey Knights. Um, I don't remember what Ashley told me about this matchup, but I think he
He
nothing.
said he played it. he played it well up until a certain point, and then
Yeah, I think turn three,
um,
and then nothing went his
yeah,
way. He just
yeah, he failed 6-inch charges, none of his hits connected, and just had a really bad dice turn.
yeah,
And I think Waddle just capitalized and went out and punched really hard, as Drukari can, right?
yes. If Drukari, if you allow them, they hit you hard, and if you don't have anything to reply, they will keep doing it.
Yeah, and this is James's playstyle is because he played a lot of Harlequins
Yeah,
and Drukari in previous editions, and he's very good at the fast moving, stage up, come out with a very hard hitting hammer unit and just trade until you have nothing left.
yeah, yeah, 100%. And then we have Riot against Stefan. We knew that that was going to be a difficult matchup. Stefan with the Vanguard needs
30 gene stealers in your face. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and they has the Von Reese and all those characters that can be in the at the beginning of the board. Yeah, I think Ryan was overwhelmed. He had the shooting, but it's not fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if that list goes first, it just shuts you down completely until you can clear the gene stealers, and by then you're so behind in points.
yeah, yeah. I think
I mean, he did better than me when I went up against Stefan. I got 2 points last time we played that.
last time I played Stefan, I got 20-0. I lost with my
Yeah,
Eldari.
yeah.
He did four four 11 inches charges. Four.
That also sounds about right.
Four, man. There's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I can do anything. Like,
The boy makes his charges, man. It's awesome. He against me, he shadows in the warp on the turn he charged in. I think it was turn two. Um, yeah, I failed all except for one. Only Trajan passed his battle shock test. Everybody else failed.
oh man, yeah, yeah.
Couldn't interrupt. Couldn't fight first with the strat. Couldn't -1 damage. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That was
Stefan is
fun.
a very good two-handed player. Um,
Yes.
last what was the World Wars? No, the last NCTC, he pretty much was the top one on the individuals.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, at Warpaw's day one, he was 2020, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was that. It is crazy. So yeah,
Yeah.
we lost this round. Up to here, we were unbeaten, and
Hey, I won my game.
I won mine.
Had I had a lovely Chris was a lovely opponent on Blood Angels, and he had an off meta Blood Angels list, which was very interesting. I didn't actually know how it worked, but I being Blood Angels, you screen for the super hard punches, right?
Yeah.
It was actually Flesh Tearers. You had Gabriel Seth.
Oh yes, this was the Gabriel Thief. Yes. You're
Yep,
right.
yep. I didn't read the list properly. I missed that there was a Land Raider, and I walked up to them was like, 10 assault intercessors with Gabriel Seth in a Land Raider. How am I supposed to deal with that? There was 6 assault centurions with the Librarian Dread to teleport them. Infiltrators, suppressors to give you, which was great against me because he shoots me, and then now my custodian guards are hitting on 3s in combat because it persists through the
Through
turn.
the turn, yes.
Um, yeah, so some really interesting bits of tech. I guess the only thing was he's got a couple of gladiator lances, which are not that good against me,
No.
and especially on WTC tables where I can just hug the walls and slowly move over, right? But this was one that had me sweating hard, man. Um, Chris went first. I deployed and I screened for the redeploy and things like that a little bit, but with custodies, it's hard
Yeah,
to screen
you don't have
some of
too
that.
much. Yeah.
So he jumps the assault intercessors over turn one, makes the two up because it's a 2-up to bump them over, right? Fine, makes it. He puts them behind a wall on my right hand side. I had a unit of wardens. I had a unit of custodian guard with Draxes behind. Um, and I had screened out the other side with sisters and things like that and wrapped some of my units to stop the turn one. Advance in charge with Seth as well. Um, yeah, so makes it, rolls the 9-inch charge, rolls an 8, doesn't make it. We have a little joke about, it'd be great if Blood Angel still got +1 to charge.
Yes.
And then he CPs it, and then rolls a 10 and makes it in.
Ooh.
Hits the wardens. I'm like, okay, cool. In my mind, I'm thinking, the way he's positioned, if I get a decent enough heroic, I can go and tag one guy, He doesn't have enough attacks to pick up my guard squad. He might get through the wardens. He might not. I'll pop the 4-up Phenopain. And then I'll go in and I'll pick up all the assault intercessors and then move out behind the staging ruin and move up and challenge the dread and the other stuff, right? Good plan. I heroic did exactly that. Managed to tag a single assault centurion with my 4-man guard squad with Draxus. I was on my home field objective as well, so they were getting 4 rerolls to wound. Excellent plan. I was like, I'll pick this up. So the assault intercessors, 5 of them went into the wardens. Overkilled them massively through the 4-up Phenopain, through the 4-up Invulnerable, just like punched them out of existence. Great. And then he went to roll the single guy. I think it was like 4 attacks. Got 3 wounds, and I failed all 3 saves, and he punched through 3 of my guard, and just died. So it's just Draxus and a single guy left. And I had to pull in a way where I couldn't even hit him back because now I was no longer in combat. And I went, cool, I just gave him an extra 3 guard for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, like failing all of the saves. And because this was the unit that wasn't oathed, so he wasn't rerolling hits, he wasn't doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
No buffs, just straight up punched me in the face. So I had to bring another guard unit that was going to go out and deal with CS. I had to bring him back. In my turn, just managed to pick up the assault centurions. And then I had another guard unit go out and kill infiltrators on an objective. And then that was my screen against Seth's unit coming in. But this is where like having a lot of little trading units that punch hard. It was kind of like Elder.
Yeah.
My guys, I had less guys, less wounds, fairly squishy. But every unit hits hard, right? So Seth came in, picked up that guard squad, but I had rapid ingress my captain unit.
Oh, okay.
So, which didn't actually do all that much because his assault intercessors flew in the 5-man and picked up 2 guys. I'm going, this is ridiculous, but it gave me enough presence and stuff there. And then of course the Venatari dropped elsewhere in the 6-man and things like that. In my following turn, I was able to shoot most of the Seth unit to death.
Yes.
Go and deal with Seth. Dealt with the Librarian Dread, dealt with one of the Gladiators, picked up all of his scoring units, and then by turn 3 he just had a Gladiator Lancer left in his deployment zone. It's just bring all of the squads together. And then like randomly 3 Venatari picks up the Land Raider in 1 round of combat. Just
okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Why not?
I guess that happens.
Well, it's a lance, I guess.
Yeah, it's the Lancer. It's sustained plus Lancer. It does so much. On average, you get 17 hits on 3 Venatari and then Windy on 4s. It's amazing. I think I spiked a little hot. He failed a few extra saves and it just died in 1 go.
Yeah, because he was saving in what? 4s?
4-ups, yeah. Oh, so I guess the critical one is that my go-to when I went in, and this speaks to the power of the new Vect. On my go-to going out, I charged I charged multiple assault intercessor squads, the 5-mans. I charged Seth. I charged the Librarian Dread. I charged a whole bunch of stuff, and then I dropped my Calidus Assassin within 12 of all of it. So now with his 2 CP, he couldn't fight on death. He couldn't interrupt. The best he could do is a 2 CP armor contempt. And that was critical. I think that kind of swung the game for me a little bit. Is I was able to control a lot of the activations in combat, and made sure that I could punch through without him being able to trade back into my guard units.
Makes sense. I think Calidus adds that extra take for you.
One funny moment. My 6-man Venatari, he killed it down to a single Venatari, and the last guy was killed with 5 assault intercessors jump back coming in, strength 6 on the charge, AP, all of that stuff, all the goodness. Punched me down to 1 guy left, and everyone says it's the worst strat in the book. Avenge the Fallen. 1 CP, you get extra 2 attacks if your unit's under half strength, which in this case it was, or one extra attack per person if you're under full strength. So I love using this strat. Because I believe in my dice, Patricia. I believe in my dice. So I had 7 attacks. I hit back into his 5-man assault intercessor squad with a single Venatari, 5 attacks base, played the strat, 7 attacks. I got 12 hits. And something like 10 wounds on that unit and just picked them up.
Oh, yes.
With a single guy.
Avenge the Fallen.
Avenge the fallen. Definitely avenge the fallen.
That's the way. That's the way to do it.
It was a lot of funny moments. We had a great game. I was sweating because I was down by, I think it was 5 or 7 for me, and Chris was up 13 to 15 throughout the entire game until we hit the bottom of 3, and then I just cleaned up. I scored all of the secondaries, I maxed primaries. Yeah, so maybe able to swing that back into a 15.
That's cool. Yeah, no, that was good. We were the only ones getting points in this round for
Yeah.
in green, like the win. Um, yeah, well, interesting round. Uh, but
No, we learned a few things in this round,
yeah,
which we'll
100%.
definitely look to improve on. Yeah, very good stuff. Very good win by the Roosters.
Yes, 100%. They did the job, uh, and they got the points. Then the last round we got CAC Ascendant. Um, this one was last round. Everybody was really tired, and
Yes,
um,
and Keck lads are from up north as well, so it
yes,
was a been a long weekend for them. They still had to drive back home, that kind of
we
stuff.
pared down again because that is the other thing.
That's right.
We
Oh yeah, so going to the round, the pairing was reset a few times, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because of some errors in BCP and stuff. And I was just jokingly talking to the Roosters team. I was like, there is maybe one very rare scenario where the Machicacs pair down into this, and because they've already played these people will pair down into these, and then we actually pair down 2 brackets into kind of like the,
the bottom.
yeah, the bottom. And I was like, this is not going to happen. We're probably going to get the Carks, or because we hadn't played the even more leftovers in Payne
Yes,
Courage and Alex Dugmore, and we thought that was the most likely
that
outcome
was
for us.
the
Is to play them.
we were
Yeah.
expecting that, to be honest.
That's right. Yeah, I was looking forward to going to Liam Herbert
Yeah.
on his canoptic court with a lot of my custodies, and then we showed up and we're into the CAC boys.
And
Okay,
then they
cool.
said, "Oh no, hold up, we are going to redo the pairings." It's like, okay, cool,
Yeah,
that's not going to happen. This is an error. No, we're still the CAC. Oh shit.
they reset it 3 times, I
Yes,
think.
and
Yeah.
the third time. Oh, we're still there. Okay.
Oh yeah, because all the buys were getting swapped in and out. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got the CAC and the lads. Um, this one, well, we're all tired. The pairings were um, uh,
Jay random paired us,
yes,
so
J. Random Perez, and
just face down cards, just
for
random
some
shuffle.
reason Ashley got the mirror match, which was hilarious because both of Ashley was really tired, very sore as his body with all his health issues, and Darren was also very tired, and he apparently he needed to. And there's the one driving, or I don't know how was this the thing, and it's like, dude, if we play this match, it's going to be a lot of brain power just for ended up on a draw. So I was like, why we play this? Why we are even going to play this as a six game? Let's give it a draw. Cool, let's give it a draw. Okay, cool, that works. Whatever. And then the rest of us got a weird pairing because of the random. You got needs again.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I actually learned quite a lot in this game.
Rob was
It was
using
Vanguard and
the Harridan.
yeah, so it's Vanguard Invaders with 2 units of Gene Stealers, the 6-man Zoan Threat unit with the Neurotyrant, Death Leaper, Neurolictors, all the usual
Yeah.
usual stuff, with Raveners, and a 600-point Harridan. And of course, he explained to me what the Harridan did, and I was like, it's got a lot of shooting, it's all flat 3 damage, it's like great into my stuff. But it's an aircraft, so it stays off the table turn 1, right? I'm like, okay, cool. I get one turn of staging up, doing things. He was explaining to me, going, it can't really land anywhere on a WTC table because they ruled that the wing can't overhang walls. It has to fully fit into a space in order to sit. So he was measuring out and looking at spaces where it can land. I'm going, okay, cool. And he went, oh, by the way, I've got a 1 CP strat, which makes the battle round count higher. So he comes on turn 1 and shoots you in the face. And of course, what I had forgotten, not having played against aircraft or edition, is aircraft don't
At the real
respect
towering.
obscuring.
Yes.
Yeah, they just see everything real true line of sight. So of
Yes.
course the Harridan came on. Rob went first. Harridan came on and shot me in the face. I lost 3 custodian guard, which is okay, um, because then and he kind of coached me through this a little bit. He's going, well, there's not a lot of places it can land, and it has to go in a straight line. So kind of just I put my sisters in places, and it just flew off the table. His turn two, and I went, so I don't get shot. He can't shoot on the way out.
Yeah.
He can't hover. He can't.
That,
Okay, so it's just gone. Cool. So now it's your end of your movement. I brought my entire army on the table, and yeah, poor Rob. I think going his turn three, he had to definitely put and the Harridan still off the table.
everything is screened on the board, and
Yeah, I think there was one Euro look to left. Yeah, so yeah. The Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers scouted back, held the center objective. I think he got established locus or something like that to do. And Draxus's unit came out and double shot into the Gene Stealers because I was within 18. He couldn't like there was something he couldn't lone op her with the strat that's been
yes.
changed. Yeah. So I was within range. I shot it with Draxus. Draxus spiked a bit. I killed it down to a single Gene Stealer with a Broodlord, and he said, "Oh, that's not a great thing because it makes the Broodlord T4." But there's only a single Gene Stealer.
Yes.
I had a unit of Witch Seekers in front of it because I had moved up to take the objective off him to deny the point. And then as soon as he moved, I went, oh, I might as well Overwatch. I've got 3 CP. Witch Seekers rolled 20 hits, wounded a bunch of times, like 13 wounds or something. Rob managed to piss off his dice and failed every single save
Ooh.
on the Broodlord. So 4 little Witch Seekers picked up a Broodlord and a Gene Stealer. It was just so many, yeah. And then what I didn't realize, and this is of course me running Witch Seekers for the first time and not reading my rules, is Witch Seekers actually a really good unit to come out on the go turn because anything they flame, you have to take a battle shock test. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
So, along with the Calidus, potentially they could come out, flame something I want to charge, and be like, now you're battle shocked. Now you can't interrupt. Now you can't play defensive strats. It's an amazing unit.
Yes. That.
For an extra 10 points over prosecutors, yeah, absolutely. And with the scout, because I brought it in my list for the scout move, so I can score area denial. Now that's a shorter range within 3 of the center
Yes.
rather than within 6. Yeah, just I bought it for the scout functionality, and actually I need to play the flamers a lot more.
Excellent. That is an interesting pickup
Yeah,
there, man.
yeah. The Gene Stealers died to a rapid ingress custodian guard unit with a captain that heroic in. I did the same thing, except this time they didn't die, so they managed to pick up
This
all the
time
Gene Stealers.
worked.
This time it works, yes. Yeah. But I think, yeah, the heroic intervention change from 2 CP to 1 CP is massive for combat armies with a rapid ingress play.
Yeah. No. That is actually something that is, but that is where they take off those Calidus and all those units that a lot makes you spend one more CP are
Yeah,
very worthy and they are very useful, I guess.
yes, very very useful. How was your game? Space Wolves against T Suns. You've played
Yes,
that one a few times.
yes, I play Jay. It's not the first time that I play Jay. I have played with him before. I think it was World Wars. No, I think it was NCTC last year. Um, and yes, I have played this one against Tate many times. The list of Jay was a big brick of Terminators, where he expect to use the stratagems to make it psychic and then get all those buffs for the psychic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Pretty much, I got the first turn, and that was massive. I did the auto advance 9 inches, so I get
Of course,
into position. My scout units I block with my scouts his um, cultists, so they couldn't scout
scout move. Yep.
and block. And then with my scouts, I shoot them and then charge them, so I kill them on the first turn, both units. So he didn't have a screening unit except for one enlightening unit,
Yep.
which I double tag with the Thunderbolt Cavalry that advanced 19. So I charge a unit of a unit of Enlightened plus a 5-man squad of uh, rubrics with one character, the flamer. What's name?
Inferno Master.
Infernal Master. Yeah. So I tagged all of that in the first turn in a charge. Was a 9 inches charge because I needed to stay out of the enlightened so they couldn't reactive move and block me. So I
Okay.
was like, well, cross fingers. I have a +1 on the charge with the Thunderwolf because of the captain. So it's like, yeah, cool. An 8, roll a 11. And I was like, yeah, cool. Um,
So
it
you started everything on the line, and then you diced him, is what you're saying.
pretty much, pretty much. And yeah, that was it because I punch a hole there. He he came back with the Terminators and tried to um, kill the unit of Thunderwolf. He couldn't kill them all, so I had at the end a captain, the character, and one or two more Thunderwolf from the unit. So I surge on over him. So I tag the Terminator unit and another unit of Rubric with the surge because I rolled a fucking 6. Uh,
Of course you did.
and I was like, cool. Now the other Thunderwolves arrives and game over.
All I'm hearing is sixes right now. Just
I roll,
roll six
I
to win.
roll a bunch of good. Yeah, I did really good rolls in there, and yeah, my lone ops were scoring on the back with no problem. Secondaries, I got in the first containment, and I don't know what was the other one. Pretty much I scored 12 points in the first round with doing
Yep.
nothing. So I was like,
Yep.
wow, that was it. That was it.
Yep.
Logan did a good 9 inches charge to kill another rubric unit. I was like, yeah, cool. That's it. At the end of the day, Magnus was the only thing left on turn 3.
Yep. I just you just reminded me, Rob. I actually played at the first Warpause, the underground at the
Oh yes,
Fight Club
the
one.
one. Yes,
Because yeah, his Harridan. I remember the Harridan.
I remember that Harridan. Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Ashley played against that Harridan in the past too, and I think was
Yeah.
in that same. And
It's
he,
a beautiful Harridan.
yes, yeah, because his,
Because he's got the crab
yeah, what's the
skin,
name?
right? The
They
orange crab,
call
the mud crab skin,
I call it
the spotted crab.
the sesame
The
part.
sesame, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No, beautifully painted army. But I remember that army because I was playing the Dark Angels Terminator spam that tournament, where I still
Oh,
had permanent transhuman, and I tanked his Harridan with 5 Deathwing Terminators and killed it.
yes. See, I remember because Ashley went. I think Ashley was playing Grey Knights at that stage also, and
Yeah,
the only thing he wanted is go against him to kill the Harridan. That's it. That was the only thing what he wanted, and he did it
yeah,
in just one go.
yeah.
So yeah.
It was,
But overall, the run
yeah,
was good. John T against the Aldari, I'm pretty sure he killed like 600 points of the Aldari in the first turn. I was like,
something like that.
that
Yeah,
was ridiculous.
yeah.
And Ryan also did the same on his. Tate will say that we got the round. They give us the 20s all. Now we play them.
We
Uh,
played the games, man.
yes,
We
except
played the
for
games.
Ashley, that was completely understandable, and it's a 10-10. Nobody's going to give you a 20 for free, man. Come on. It's a 10-10. That was.
I mean, Tate might give us a 20 for free, right?
Yeah, but it's like not playing with anybody, man. Such a loser.
No.
Nah, Tate, we love you, man. We hope you go soon to Australia and we don't need to see you anymore. Nah, nah,
Yeah,
jokes.
but come back for the teams events because we need people.
Yes, yes, that's well. There's a lot of Australians on WTC in NCTC now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we'll get another one. So
Yes.
yeah, so in the end, what was the
Overall,
placings like?
overall, guys, was Mighty Cox with an unbeaten
No
proud.
surprises there.
No
I mean,
surprises.
by round 2 or 3, it was clear that the Cucks were just at the top a whole next extra level, looking at all of the cluster weird pairings going down between like 2 and 8. It was just like we didn't know. We didn't know who we were going to play. We didn't know how the placements are going to matter. Like, just it was weird.
I think
It was
that
very, very interesting.
yes, I think
I loved
the
it.
hardest game that they had was against the Plastic People Gang on the round 3,
Yes,
and there's
yes,
that 60-40.
yes.
And because of that, they paired down against us. But
Damn it.
but we have Mighty Cox, the winners, veteran of the Long War,
Uh,
the
Long
Long
Black.
Black, sorry, veterans of the Long
Well,
Black.
Wellington boys. Yep.
Despite to have been lost the second round, uh,
Was
being
that against? That would have been against the Cucks, right? So 76 and 24
yes,
and to 100. Yeah.
they come back. Um, the Plastic People Gang, they got also a loss against the Mighty Cox, and they got this third place, and Chilli Cow got the fourth, and fifth was Planeteers. That they again, Tate is very salty about this.
Let's just keep talking about it.
Yeah, I will do it. I love it. Roosters, they lost the last game.
Our friend Roosters beat us and then had to play the Plastic People Gang,
Yes,
unfortunately.
and they lost that one,
Yeah.
which is interesting. We got a tie here. We lost against them, and then they
And we didn't have a close loss. We lost.
yes, we lost. Yeah,
Yeah.
was really yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Planet
Bad data, mate. Bad data.
bad data, yes. Um, but in here, Planeteers lost this one. Fifth round, same as
Oh,
us.
who did they play there?
I think they
Round
played
5. Is it
Plastic.
Plastic People
Yeah,
Gang? Okay.
they couldn't beat them. We tied
So
them.
thanks, Christchurch boys, for
Yep,
getting us fourth place. You beat the two people that were above us.
correct. Pretty much.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, even more leftover roosters. Yeah, we got a really good the bench
So I
warmers.
gotta call out Ralph Wiggum plays Warhammer coming in 8th. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's they they're a team from up north as well, and they wanted to go home early, so nobody else wanted to take a bye, so they actually had a couple of buys boosting that score up.
they have a bye because of pairing on the second round, and
Yep,
then they took the bye at the end.
yep.
So everybody apparently wanted to play, and they David March has some issues with his knee, so he was very sore and in pain. He's like, yeah,
He's
go, we'll
he's
take
old
it.
like us, man. He's old like us.
He's older than us, man. Sorry, David, but you are old as fuck, man.
Rough. Number 9.
Number 9, we have 100% wife approved. 10, the bench warmers left over. Um, I'm very impressed. They did really well with the preparation. So they
And the spirit, I have to say the spirit, because I think Fishy wanted to take the bye for the last round because
yeah
he was tired and wanted to go home, and the entire team just went, "No,
no
we're gonna play the last round. We want to play the last round,"
and
and
we
they
want to
they
win
won it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they won
yeah,
it. They went against Urban Calamity, I think.
yeah, yeah,
The four Fabs and a Kak 11, Seals Team 6 on 12, Kakasindon on 13, Urban
but
Calamity.
four faps in a cup. What a comeback story! 0-3 day 1, 3-0 day 2,
Yes, they are the middle, half and a half,
half
everything
and half.
balanced.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it is. Um, well, Urban Calamity here did watch and learn. This one they got it. 2 wins, sorry, 2 loss, 2 wins, 2 loss.
yeah.
Um, God Emperor's Reject and the Hatred at the bottom with it's more as around points here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they didn't play. They were paired against SEAL Team
Oh
6.
yes, I think they decided to just handshake and because yeah, everybody was tired, and I think they just
SEALs team
called it, right?
SEAL
Yeah.
Team 6 needed to drive back.
Yeah, the Palmy team needed to drive
Yeah,
home. Yeah.
so Hatred was like, well, cool, we may just not
Uh,
play it, I think. I was like,
yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, I think the sixth round, and talking with the lads that organize, the Kraken boys, it's sixth round. It is 6 rounds. I think you need 6 rounds if you have more than 32 teams to get one undefeated. I don't know, like we don't really have the scale for that
yes,
here at the moment. Hopefully one day we'll build up to it. But 32 teams, we're talking like maybe over 160 players in a teams event, which would be amazing. But just in terms of our scale of our player base and the events that we run, yeah, 5 rounds is more than enough to crown a champion, right? So
yeah,
I'd
100%.
be happy to go back to 5 rounds.
I think 5 rounds is it's all good.
Not
Um,
not 20 years old anymore.
look, you're there.
I'm still on the screen. Thanks. Thanks, team.
Hey,
Yeah.
I did, John T. But yeah, we are not going to. I just wanted to show that to just for the laugh. Um, but we are not going to review the individuals. Not at least
Blood
now.
Angel, Blood Angel's doing very well. So a couple of very good Blood Angels, Finn and Alex,
Yeah,
Doug Moore playing Blood Angels is all performing very, very well. I mean, Doug Moore's been a very consistent Marine slash Blood Angels player for the last few months,
yeah.
prepping for ANZTC and WTC. Finn is just good at whatever he touches, so no surprises there. Um,
Yes.
Courtney scoring very well on the team
Yes.
with Thousand Suns, and Logan with Tau.
Yeah,
Might have a chat with Logan,
but
like
but
for
Logan
listing.
has that 15 and that 15 that is the
Oh, a couple
two
of buys, yeah,
buys.
but even outside of that, like he managed to 20 around, had a
Yeah,
15 and a 12 and the others, yeah, so did very well on
he
Tau.
he did actually.
Yeah,
Alex Tosi, look at this.
yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have zeros because Taos is usually 0 or 20.
Yeah, he got those
I'm
those two.
kidding. I'm kidding, mate. I'm kidding.
And then Charlie and Jonty.
Yeah.
Both were very green and they got down. Good
Mine
damn.
wasn't bad data. It was bad matchup.
Yeah, it was bad matchup. We knew that was going to happen, but we couldn't avoid it, to be honest.
I was hoping to play for an 8. Just yeah,
Yeah, I know.
didn't play that game properly. That was on me.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I think for our first um uh event as a team, the Chilli Cow Cartel overall was good. Um, and it's interesting because now we are very very popular. So we are apparently the cool lads. I don't know.
We're the new kids on the
New
block.
kids on the blocks,
Yeah.
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 So there is a couple of things that to just to wrap it up, and we have been for long here today, but
Yeah, a bit of a long episode this one.
yes, but I think people will enjoy talk the what happened and a little bit of history background about each one of the rounds. But there is the first thing is that Kraken War Games will be doing teams event next year, and that will be 8 man instead of 5 man.
Yes, they brought it up after the prize giving where you had already run, because you have kids with birthdays.
Yes,
Come on, man, dedication, commitment to the team, and all that.
I know, I know.
Uh,
It's just 18.
and you were my ride home. Just saying.
And I,
uh,
yeah, and I had no problems to leave you there.
did you just straight away? See you later, Charlie. Have fun. Um, No, yeah, so they mentioned that they want to give the 8 man format a go, which would be really, really cool. But increase the round times so we have time to finish all the games, probably closer to WTC in terms of round times, which is 4 hours and 30 minutes for pairings. Drop it down to 2 rounds a day for 2 days, and maybe we're looking at maybe 8 to 10 teams. So 4 rounds should crown an undefeated champion, but this is going to be a brand new thing for most people that have
Yes.
been attending teams for the last few years, because we haven't had 8 man teams in New Zealand,
Yep. There.
and the pairing process is very, very different, and there's a lot more things you can do to skew, because like Eldari become another very strong contender in eights because it can dodge a lot of its enemies and the bad
Yes.
matchups
And
and
then
go and hunt for the good ones.
pairing.
Chaos Knights as well, very good. Wolf Jail. So one of the learnings that I took out of this event is, in a 5-man, Blood Angels probably was the better Marine choice
Yes,
in terms
100%.
of the
Yeah.
good matchups, scoring the differentials and things like that. But my God, Wolf Jail in an 8 just gets 20s.
You have more ways to get around the pairing, so you need to be more strategic, and you
Yes,
should get those good matchups because you can,
yes.
you know,
Well, that's the thing. Do you take the good matchups offered to you at the start of pairings, and then you get maybe 4 bad pairings down the back? Or do you try and bait out some draws and then have better pair? Like it all depends on the matrix
yeah,
and what happens.
yeah, that
So I think that would be very, very interesting, very exciting. We'll see some new teams being formed for
yes.
eights. Yeah, so
We
looking forward
we
to it.
yeah, we're looking forward as Chilli Cow Cartel. We may have a lineup already for that 8 man, well, which is interesting. Um,
Don't give away secrets,
well,
like
just saying, we may have, we may not.
yeah.
We may have
But we'll,
more than one team.
yeah. But I mean, we've me personally, and I believe the team as well, we've massively enjoyed this event.
Yes,
Props to the Kraken boys for hosting such an awesome event. But we've massively enjoyed it, and we'll definitely be coming back.
yeah, 100%. The team was really happy. The event was yeah, was really good. And we hope that if they do another one, we move enough people to get the big numbers again, big numbers, because that
Yeah.
will make this whole thing way better. So yeah.
Yeah, I think 10 teams of 8 very achievable. We had
Oh,
85 show up this time. 80 people.
remember
Yeah.
from Hamilton, technically speaking, Hamilton did not had a team, and there is people there that could potentially do a team from
Aren't
Wellington.
we the Hamilton team?
We are a mix. We are
We're a mix.
South Auckland, North Hamilton.
South Auckland, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But you have the properly cooked was not here this time.
That's right. Yes, because I think because a couple of them were at a wedding or something like that.
Who maybe?
Yeah, I was talking to Sean Sullivan before the event. I saw they didn't sign up. Yeah, I think they had to attend. There was something going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Steve,
Steve Doe. Yeah,
Sean, yeah, Aaron, some really good players from there.
and then that is the A team that we're missing, basically.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is it is good.
So Sully, Steve, if you're listening, we had to do Swiss because of you. Just
Yes,
putting it out there. Yeah,
just
we could
to
have done pods. We could have done pods. Saved hours on pairings. Hours.
hours of data analysis and all that crap.
Yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
all properly cooked foods. um, the
And
other
please host another teams event after your WTC, your Wellington team champs, because we
yes,
would love to come as well.
yes, we would love to go down there, but
Uh,
it needs
don't
to.
don't have enough Wellington trophies yet.
um, what was the other thing? Well, we still going to keep doing when it's tournaments or events that we attend. We are going to be doing 2 episodes, one for the event, and then we are going to keep going with the WTC series of episodes.
Yes,
We
that's right.
this week we are going to be interviewing Michael Taylor and Cam for the uh, this year team members, um, and we will keep going with that. There
Yep.
is an
So
event coming.
3 weeks to 3 or 4 weeks to WTC. We'll try and yeah,
Push.
get a few interviews in before that, and
Yes,
yeah,
we will be doing also. We are talking with Charlie, so he is going to be in um, Belgium for the WTC. We will try to do some lives from Belgium with Charlie um, over there, myself here, and we probably will invite Nari again to comment what's going on. So that will be interesting,
you're
so people can see
you're
it
assuming
firsthand.
I will know. know how to work my phone
Uh,
while there's very cheap beer
I will
at the venue.
teach you. Don't worry. We'll teach
Uh,
you, and we will do. You
uh,
need to
you'll call me. I'll be nah,
you need to have a Skype. That's it.
nah.
And
I'm
then your
just gonna be
picture
drinking,
can
mate.
goes.
You know the WTC venue, the hangar that we play
Yeah,
in. There is an on-site bar that sells beer for $2 or €2,
two
€2,
euros. I know.
$4.
I
Yeah,
know.
and it's delicious.
Well, you probably will be a little bit drunk, but it's better
Uh,
because you will talk more.
for for a little bit more, you get the whiskey infused IPA. Oh, it's
Ooh,
11% and it's delicious. It's chocolatey. It's chocolatey.
nice, nice. Now I need to go and taste that. That
Yeah,
sounds
just come
cool.
to my house. I've got one in the fridge.
Excellent. Let's go. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday
Tomorrow is
beers
Friday.
at Charlie.
Oh God,
Um,
Ryan, don't listen to this.
he will listen to this and he will arrive there. Um,
Yeah,
the other thing is we are going to be doing a tournament on August 25th of August.
third? Is it
No,
25th or
25th,
23rd?
Sunday 25th. Um, will be a
Yes.
spellbound. The amount of people we will be trying to host as much as we can, but will be around uh,
About 16 to 20, like last
16 to
time. Yeah,
20. Yes, yes,
smallish RTT.
yes.
Um, yeah.
Um,
Oh, are we? I mean, we haven't actually planned put a plans back together yet, but it's
yes.
going to be per our Nexus. But are we looking to do GW tables for a change of pace or still
Uh,
WTC?
I think we will need to evaluate that. I think WTC is getting more popular, and we already have the setups for that. So probably will be WTC. We will
All right.
be announcing that as soon as possible. Um, Another shout is there is a double tournament coming over. One here in Auckland. ACG is running that one. There is one next week. That is the 17. No, 18, 19. The next weekend in Hamilton is another double. They have a lot of experience on doubles and they are quite fun. We will be there. At least I will be. I don't know you, Charlie, it's because it's your last weekend before you fly, probably.
I'm
Um,
tempted just to go beat you
I
and
know.
Josh.
Me and
Yeah.
Josh, you can come here. There is so and there is another tournament in um uh, or no, Hobby Master.
Oh yes, Hobby Master first weekend of August.
Yes,
There's
Hobby
a one day
Master,
60 man. Yeah.
correct. And there is another, and the second weekend of August, another ACG one that is a teams event, 4 months. Apparently, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is
Oh, there
four
is.
months
Yes.
at the Manukau Cruising Club.
I think that is the third weekend of August, like the 17th, 18th,
Oh, 17, yes, 17, 18,
something like that.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
cool. So I think
Yeah,
that
because
is
I thought about landing because I land back in New Zealand the morning of the 17th and just go straight to the. But no,
that is a Sunday. The tournament is on the Sunday. So you arrive on the
Ho-
Saturday,
no.
you
My
go
my
next
wife
day.
sometimes listens to this, so no, I'm not going to. Not on the day I land back. Okay, just put it out there.
Just the next day. Cool. Okay.
No,
Um,
I
so
like being married, Pato.
yeah, well, me too. My wife will hit me if I do something like that. Already with my brownie points down very low. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. We are around 2 hours at this point. As always, I'm very thank you to everybody that watched the episode or listened to us for this long. Um, One thing that I want to mention, and I told you the other day, there is a lot of people in the community that is starting to I don't know, probably for you too, that hey, I listened to the show and it's quite nice. Keep it up, and it's super fun to listen the local scene, and you talk to people that I know, and sometimes you don't mention the person, but I know who you are talking about, which is quite fun. So a lot of words of encouragement to keep doing this, which is
Th-
really cool.
Thanks everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
that have given us feedback, given us encouragement and support. It's been amazing. Didn't really expect, yeah.
be a celebrity now.
Yeah, world famous in New Zealand, bro.
Yes, yes.
That's
But
that's what we need.
please, if you like this and you are part, want to keep listening to us and motivated to continue, subscribe to the channel. That will help us to keep growing, and of course achieve our goals to be, build this community around tactical chili wargaming.
And we hope to give you a brand new audio issue every week
Yes, that's the
that you
idea.
can tell us about. Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Cool, guys. Thank you very much. Charlie, I will see you tomorrow for our next recording. But yeah, to
Oh,
the rest of the people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we will see you all soon.
thanks everyone.
See you
Catch you
later.
later.
Catch you later.